Hey everyone. I wanted to go live today and not really prepared to be in front of the camera, but what I wanted to talk about today is how to manifest speedily, because I hear from a lot of people that they're stuck and that they're not finding clients for their business, or they're not able to make money, or they're not able to, quit their job or live the life of their dreams. So these are all things that, hi Lori, these are all things that we want when we go into business by ourselves. We want the flexibility, the freedom, to have our own schedule the way we want to, the ability to, be with the kids or take vacation when you want, or whatever it is that, that you went into business for. There's a reason behind your big message, your big purpose. I mean, that's what's calling your soul, is this work that you're doing. But you could do that work serving in another position with a job. However, because you've chosen to create your own business, it really causes us to do a lot of self-discovery, right? You have to really dig into, what are you here for? What is this all about? Who are you? And how can you create that life without working 12 hours a day and feeling like the work that you're doing is never enough? Because I know that I've felt like that in the past. And it was really frustrating when I first quit my job and went into doing the coaching and consulting full time, because I didn't have the structure and I was used to being super productive, and I never felt like I was accomplishing enough. And this is something that this is like a habit that you can get into, especially if you're a high achiever and you're really driven to succeed and you're not seeing the success that you want to see. So here is my quick manifesting tip. This tip, I don't know if you saw my email today, but I kind of wrote a little bit about it. I wanted to quit my job so bad. I don't know, a year and a half ago. Hi, Ronnie. And the job just kept getting worse, right? So it was like I had this big position, and then I kept asking, please, I just want a way that I can quit my job. Please, is there just some way? And what happened was that my prayers were answered, of course, not the way I wanted them to be, not the way I thought it would look, but they were answered and everything worked out perfectly. So what it looked like was they eliminated my position. And that was a big, huge, oh no. And then I went part-time, and so it was kind of like a step down. And when I went part-time, what happened was I was being told what to do by my boss. And I hadn't been in that kind of a position for probably 20 years where I was told what to do. I usually got to be creative and develop my own programs and do what I wanted to do, basically, which worked for the company. But when I got outsourced, I had this boss that was telling me what to do, and I was doing tasks and I was doing things that I hadn't done in so long, and it made me feel like crap. Actually, it made me feel very small. But on the other hand, what I knew was that this is what it looks like to have my prayers answered. This is what it's looking like. I'm being gently moved into a new beginning. And so realizing that sometimes what you pray for, what you want to happen, doesn't actually look that way, is huge, because you can allow things and receive them and be grateful for them, even when they don't look like that's not what I thought would. I didn't think I was going to be losing my position and, getting a 75% cut in pay. I didn't think that I was going to have to be clocking in and clocking out, which I had never done in my entire professional career, ever. Never did that. So it was like all these degrading things that kept telling me, this is not the place for me anymore. Like this is not where you're supposed to be anymore. And it was actually a very graceful transition when I decided to, they lost the contract and I decided not to go back to work in my profession. I wanted out of the system so bad. Anyway, let me see what you guys are saying. So glad you broke away from that to help us all here. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. I'm so glad too. And this is I love to help and inspire people and help them, really step into their greatness, because as an outsider, I can see the people I work with and I can see into them and I can see into their greatness when they can't do that themselves. And I had a coach like that did that for me. And that is what the springboard of my taking off in my business was, is that somebody actually saw me higher than I saw myself and was able to pull that stuff out of me and put those pieces together. And so that's why I'm really passionate about what I do. But anyway, back to the manifesting with speed. So when I was probably the last couple of months of my job, I was sitting in this building and I was doing task work. And so I had a lot of extra time because it was boring. It was routine. I knew how to do it. It wasn't exciting. And I had a lot of extra time. So I would bring a spiral notebook to work with me. And I would write either my gratitude statements, or I would write my what if statements. And the what if statements are what I want to talk to you about today, because they are so powerful. When I started writing the what if statements, that's when things just happened for me. That's when I was able to quit my job. And so I would sit there and I would write and I would dream about like just the craziest things that I could think of. So pop into the comments, like, what is something that you want to manifest? And then I'll give you an example of a couple what if statements. So do that now, so I don't have to come up with my own. Lori or Ronnie, if you're here, type in what you're trying to manifest. So I'll give you the example of wanting to quit your full-time job. Okay. So some people want to quit their full-time job. Some people want to manifest more income. Okay. So one of the things is if you're wanting to quit your job, if you are still working and you really want to go into doing what you know you're here to do full time, then what you can do is you can write, what if I was able to quit my job? What if I could go into coaching full time? What if coaching full time was just immensely gratifying beyond my imagination? What if I had time to, just dream? Like, what if I had time to actually spend with my family? What if I could, and see, as you're doing this, as you're dreaming into the what if statements or the questions, you are being filled with emotion about how you want to feel. That's the key to manifesting with speed, is being able to feel, right? And so when you're dreaming and you're writing, it's just this very powerful combination. So what if I was able to bless my husband with doing CrossFit and making his dreams come true? Yes, Lori. And what is it about that excites you? What if my husband gave me compliments all the time? What if I started to feel so much more powerful that I was able to validate my own self? What if I had so much self-love that it just spread out to everybody that was around me? What if doing this CrossFit was or whatever it is? I'm not sure if you're doing it or if he's doing it, but whatever it is, how does it affect you? So when you say, what if I was able to bless my husband with doing CrossFit. I'm not sure if you're doing it or he's doing it, but whatever joy that brings you, whatever you can, whatever what if statements or what if questions you can create around that bring you into that place of really feeling the way you want to feel. If you want to feel, we all want to feel free and joyful, right? I mean, that's it in a nutshell. That's why we're doing what we're doing, is because we want to be free to do what we want to do, and we want to be joyful. We want to make impact that gives us reward, that gives us joy. What if I could attract high-paying clients and they find great wisdom in me? Yes, and go on from there. What if I could find high-paying clients? What if they found great wisdom in me? What if I was able to turn one life around every day? What if I could generate income from doing what I love? What if doing what I love could influence hundreds of people? What if this influencing hundreds of people actually gave me so much joy that I was able to shift the planet? These are the things that really get you going in your dreaming. And, these what if statements, I wish I had them. I used to have them. I should have looked for them before. Anyway, I can come back to this, but the what if statements are so important to speed up manifesting, because they're bringing in, you're dreaming the unimaginable, like things that are just out there that you wouldn't even normally consider. That's where you want to go with the what if. Okay, because it's expanding your imagination. It's expanding your ability to receive, to be open and receive information from, inspiration from your higher self, from God, from that emotional place inside that creates this brew of manifestation. So I love this tactic. I'm actually going to do some writing today. And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments, whether you're watching live or the replay. I will definitely get to you. And before we go, I just want to say I've had a lot of people wanting to do a specific challenge. So next week, every day, I'm going to be doing just a live video in this group, and it's going to help you with your Facebook Lives. So will you share what you do? Will you share what you do today? I'm not sure what your question is, Lori. Will I share what I do today? What I'm doing today in my what if statements? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. If that's what you're talking about, I would love to share. You're writing. Yeah, absolutely. I will post it when I'll post a picture of it when I get done. Okay. So yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Thank you for asking. Anyway, I hope to see you next week on the Facebook Live challenge. It's going to be 5 days of just very short trainings to encourage you to go live. Now, if you've signed up on my calendar to go live, you are going to get even an extra bonus, because you have an outline. It takes you through an outline of what exactly to do. So still do that and come to the challenge, because they're both a little different. Okay. The Facebook Live challenge, I want you to post some Facebooks, some lives in the group, but I'm also going to be talking about how to attract your people, how to, just some confidence boosters, building engagement, how to get some your equipment and staging, and then how to show up consistently. So those are the things that I'm going to be talking about next week. And I think it's going to help you with your Facebook Lives, whether you've signed up or not. So still sign up on the calendar. Invite your friends. If you know anybody that you work with, or that you're collaborating with, or that's in a group of yours that you know that they want to learn how to do Facebook Lives, send them on over to this group, and I'll be happy to to add them, to approve them. Any of your friends are probably friends of mine. I mean, they would be friends of mine. I would be happy to be friends with them. Anyway, enjoy your day. I'm jumping on another call, so I will share my writing with you later. All right, talk to you later. Bye.